Greetings from BB Max and welcome to our show. My name is Brian.
And my name is Brenda, and our last name is MacDonald.
So BB Max came to mind when we were thinking of a name for our show. Now, we're here to talk about current events and politics with some ideas, thoughts, suggestions, and so on. But more importantly, we're doing the show because
we're passionate about the change we wish to see in the world.
And as Mahatma Gandhi said, a small body of determined spirits fueled by an unquenchable faith in their mission can
alter the course of history.
Now this mission, this change we wish to see, is for everyone in the world to
learn to live together in peace, live by the golden rule, and live in a country whose government truly is of the people, by the people, for the people.
Now, that sounds like an enormous task, a monumental task. But the enormity of it is similar to what Gandhi faced when he took on the British Empire. Now, Gandhi had neither large sums of money nor a powerful government or business position, yet
his passion propelled him to compel the change he wished to see in the world.
And our passion for the change we wish to see in the world has evolved from our passion for each other. We've been married for 37 years, and we'll gladly say that the day that we met was the luckiest day of our lives. Yes, indeed. Now, we express this passion for each other in a variety of ways. One of the neat little ones is when either one of us notices that the time is 9:26, a.m. or p.m., doesn't matter, that person says,
"Happy anniversary."
That is our wedding anniversary, September 26th. Now, I expressed my passion for Brenda in a way at one time that I'm sure she appreciates very much.
Brian hiked Mount Katahdin in Maine, which is a 5,000-foot craggy, bouldery mountain, which takes great effort to climb, and he only did that for me. And if that isn't love, I don't know what is.
But Brenda did something even more impressive. She made a calendar for me a few years ago, and one of the pictures was taken in February. She was out on a pond ice skating, and what was the temperature that day?
Probably in the mid-20s. We had nice ice.
Yes, as I said, she was out ice skating, but the only thing that she was wearing besides the ice skates was a teddy. And she wasn't even wearing the entire teddy. She was carrying the jacket, as you can see in the picture. Now, if that's not love, I don't know what is. Yes, yeah. And our passion for each other has enabled us to grow tremendously as a couple. Yet we feel that we can do so much more. We look around at all the amazing things that life has to offer. Yet what is humanity doing?
Throwing it all away.
And you think about all the progress humanity has made, especially in the past 2 centuries. We've got wonderful things like electricity, refrigeration, running water, modern technology.
We have a bright future ahead if we just stop tearing it all apart.
Yes, this political polarization, bitterness and rancor is dividing us and tearing our country apart.
This cold civil war is getting far too close to the boiling point.
And too many people on each side believe it is all or nothing, total victory or total defeat.
And this only results in more fighting, rancor, and bitterness.
Not good. A typical situation regarding political differences amongst family and friends, co-workers, and anybody really is
avoidance of conflict.
That's not good at all. But I have some good news regarding that. There's a national organization working to help us solve that problem so we can engage in mutually respectful conversations about politics or any difficult subject, really. And that organization is Braver Angels. They have an amazing website with a wide variety of ways that you can get involved and help us solve this problem.
So if you're tired of all this bitterness, rancor, don't feel like you can't do anything about it, join the Braver Angels.
Yes, I was so impressed by this organization, I became an ambassador for them. And that's just a fancy title for promoting them. And one of the ways that I do that is my nails tail. If you're familiar with politics, you know that blue is for liberals, red is for conservatives. Instead of beating each other up, we need to be able to work together. We've done it before, we can do it again. Now, to stress the importance of that, we'll go back in time a little ways to John F. Kennedy's inaugural speech when he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." And what you can do for your country is become a member of Braver Angels.
So help depolarize our country so we can work together to solve problems.
Yes, now getting back to the BB Max show, as I said, we're here to discuss current events in politics with some thoughts, ideas, suggestions, and opinions, but we understand that not everybody's going to agree with us all the time, and that's fine, because our goal is,
To get people to engage in civil discussion.
yes, and that's the basic goal of Braver Angels, and in a sense, it's like living by the golden rule.
And living by the golden rule helps people live by the Braver Angels principles.
And that's a win-win proposition there. Because living by the Braver Angels principles helps people to follow the golden rule. That's great. Now, there is one thing I need to mention about Braver Angels at this point in time, and that is that Braver Angels is nonpartisan, totally, completely nonpartisan. They don't take sides on any issues, and they're not trying to get people to change their minds about anything. They just want to help people to be able to engage in mutually respectful conversations about politics or any difficult subject. So, now that we know that, our next subject is the Statue of Liberty. We have a poster over here.
To the right of the torch, you can see the phrase, "United we stand."
And we're not very united right now. That's not good. We need to be able to work together again. Instead of,
Not bashing each other. It's just going to tear it all apart.
yes, we need to be able to work together again. Now, getting back to the statue, everybody calls it the Statue of Liberty, but the actual name of the statue is Liberty Enlightening the World. Now, think about that phrase, Liberty Enlightening the World. Very inspirational.
The statue is known throughout the world as a symbol of freedom.
Yes, throughout the entire world. I have a little bit of a teaser here from a future show in which we'll discuss this subject a little more thoroughly. But at one point in time, there was a well-known person, and this was a few decades ago, but very well-known throughout the world. He was upset with U.S. foreign policy. And he was just so upset, he ended up saying, "What, is the Statue of Liberty standing on her head?" And that just shows how widely known the Statue of Liberty is throughout the world. Now, the people of France gave us that statue when they saw that we had created a government from scratch based on the principles enunciated in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Now, they were hoping that we would be able to lead by example and enable liberty to enlighten the entire world. Now, we haven't done as well as we could in that regard, but we can fix that. And the key word there is we. So to stress the importance of that, I have a little lesson on words here.
The 6 most important words are, "I admit I made a mistake."
The 5 most important words are, "You did a good job."
The 4 most important words are, "What is your opinion?"
The 3 most important words are, "If you please."
The 2 most important words are, "Thank you."
And the 1 most important word is we. And we need your help in returning our country to being the United States of America.
So now that you know about Braver Angels, don't feel like you can't do anything about it. You can join the Braver Angels.
Yes, because this problem is tremendous, it's huge, and we need to do something about it. Now, when everybody knows that we have a problem in the country, but when everybody waits for somebody to do something about it, that somebody is also known as nobody, and that's not good.
So now that you know about Braver Angels, you can join and help depolarize our country.
Yes, if you want to stop the flood of bitterness and rancor that is threatening to drown our country, it is imperative that you become a Braver Angels lifeboat.
Thank you for your time and consideration.
And we hope to see you again soon.